joining me for another episode of Can We Talk About It, where we talk about that elephant in the room. It's a nice, crisp day outside. Go outside and get your little air today. I know it's cold, but we still need that air to pump our lungs and stuff like that. So thank you so much for joining me. Before I start my show, I want to give some shout outs today. One is to my sister Jackie. Her birthday was January the 9th, so happy birthday, Jackie. My niece Claudette, the young lady I always speak about and give such high praises for. Her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Claudette. My brother James, his birthday was January the 2nd. Happy birthday, James. And Chantel, that's my other niece. Her birthday is on the 11th, I believe. So happy birthday to you, Chantel. And my birthday is the end of the month. So many January birthdays. I do want to give honor to Dr. Martin Luther King today. Jr. Today is his birthday. So I just want to reverence him and give honor to this special day. Also, I want to give a shout out to Bird and Zanette, a couple of my friends, really good people. They work hard, they're church going, so I want to say hi to them. My favorite Reverend Glaze and his wife Sunshine. Hey Sunshine. Hey Reverend Glaze. And last but not least, well, not last, Ernestine. She's one of the sisters in the church that I love very dearly. Hey Ernestine, how you doing? And now, last but not least, my husband Charles, who had the day off today, so he came into the studio. I really appreciate him being here. He is such an inspiration to me. He keeps me on my toes. He keeps me in line when I need to be kept in line. I just thank him for his strength, and I thank him for his patience with me. So thank you so much for that, Charles. So today we're going to talk about did anybody see this thing with H&M? I guess it's a store. It's a department store called H&M, and they had a commercial that they were showing. I don't think they showed it in Detroit. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it, but they have a little, I guess he's 8 or 9 years old, colored boy, saying that I'm the coolest monkey in the jungle. And then they have a little white Caucasian boy saying that I survived the jungle, which I really thought that was really a terrible, terrible commercial. It was terrible for H&M to put that out like that. They're boycotting H&M. They had some things on I seen on some YouTube, Facebook, where some young men just went into H&M and started knocking over racks and pulling down clothes. And I mean, I can't say that I'm not upset with them, but I can say that there was a better way that could have been done. As I've been telling my brothers and sisters ever since I started my show, quit putting your dollars. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And I bet you 60 to 75% of their revenue comes from African Americans, and we sit up and we let these people talk about us like dogs, monkeys, chimpanzees, and most of us will be like, well, I'm not going to be take offense to that. They ain't talking to me. Yeah, they are talking to you. They're talking to us. They're talking to anyone that has melanin in their skin. They're talking to dark folks. Now, I've said this time and time again, the best way to get at these people is not to spend your money there. When I seen this, I was so appalled at how they blatantly threw that into African Americans' faces, and it seems like since this has happened, no one is speaking out about this. No one is saying anything. There was a young man that I seen in a video, and he was talking about how we shouldn't spend our money there. Good for this young man for speaking out and saying that. But that just goes to show our mind process, our thought pans. We will let people talk about us, downgrade us, denigrate us, and then we'll go and give these people our money. What is wrong with us? We have to do better when it comes to this. I've told you this about some of the Chinese sectors, how they sit up and they will sit up and blatantly in their native tongue talk about you while they're giving you a pedicure, while they're doing your nails. We are the only one of, I'm going to say it like this, we are the only, I believe, race, with the exception of a few of us, that don't know anyone else's language, only our own. And we're going to have to start stepping it up because these people are running amok over us. They're just blatantly in our faces, and we're like being punked, and nobody is paying attention. And the ones that are paying attention and trying to get the word out, nobody wants to listen. So I'm asking you people, please do not spend your money with H&M. Seeing how we're chimps or we're the coolest monkeys in the jungle, you know, I'm just so miffed with this. And we need to start pulling our dollars back. Now, like I said, once again, there's going to be a couple of us who think that they're not talking to us and they're going to spend their money. And this, you know what, honey? You do that. You do that. But once, whatever movement that come about, because it definitely isn't the Black Lives Matter movement. I mean, they're getting such a bad rap to where I'm seeing a lot of people who started this starting to fall by the wayside. And we have to hold up that banner so people can understand that this is not what we're here for. Caller, you're on the air. Caller, you are on the air.
I just want to say quickly that they have already shut down 3 of their stores because of the protesters in Africa. I just want to put that out there so that people would know there are some black folks that have waking up.
You're breaking up, hon. I cannot hear you.
Pardon me? Did you hear me?
I cannot hear you, hon. You're breaking up.
Okay. That 3 of the stores been shut down through the process of protesters. So there are black people that have awakened up to the power of boycott.
And that's true, sister. That's so true. I really appreciate your call. And once we start going to these people, thank you so much. And please continue to support my show. What the young lady was just saying, we need to rally together because our voices together is a strong voice to be reckoned with. But a lot of us, like I was saying, we sit on our duffs. We expect everyone else to do things for us, and then we expect to reap the benefits from what other folks have done, like Martin Luther King. We'll say that Martin Luther King had a dream and he did this and he did that, but we're stepping all over his dream. We don't even know which way in this world we want to go. The few who do know, nobody, like I said before, nobody wants to listen to them. Nobody, wants to give them any type of encouragement. And that's what these activists out here needs, ladies and gentlemen. They need your support. They need your encouragement. And yeah, one man can get up and make a difference. But if we all stand together, a strong fist will make a bigger difference. So, on that note, I just want to let people know that I'm just too upset with H&M. So please don't spend your money at these places. When this stuff come up and you see these people blatantly on TV for billions of people to see, these people are calling us monkeys for the world to see, and we're not doing anything. So I just had to talk about that with this H&M. It's really giving me a bad stomach ache because I was at a store and I was talking with an older gentleman about the H&M, and the only thing that he could say is, well, it's not affecting my Social Security money. What do that have to do with not spending your money somewhere? And like I said before, speaking of this Social Security, now you see how they're playing with you guys' EBT cards and cutting you off and cutting you on and cutting you off. They're playing Russian roulette with those cards. And when they find out really what they want to do, they don't have to tell you anything. They will just cut you off. Now, I'm going to tell this to my young brothers and sisters that's on these EBT cards that get Social Security for their children. Start saving your money. Stop letting your eyes dictate to you what you should do with your money. Because one day they're going to cut those cards off and they're not going to come back on. Please believe that. The government is not designed to continually take care of us. A lot of us feel like this is going to go on forever. Why? Because generation after generation after generations of women and men has been on this, and they feel like, well, this is our reparations. That wasn't in the government's plan to give black folks anything. But because we built this country, had all these inventions, and did the things we did, they said, okay, we'll do it. But this is the kicker. They didn't do it for us. They did it actually for poor white folks. So we just jumped on somebody else's bandwagon like we always do. We're always jumping on somebody's bandwagon. When we got the tools and the mental capacity to make our own bandwagon, but we're constantly jumping on everybody else's bandwagon. And it's getting to the point to where time is winding down. And I've said this time and time again. Time is winding down. Everybody think that the world's going to continue to be the way it is. That dude in the White House is trying to strike up a war, which is going to cost billions and trillions of dollars, because that's all the government wants is money, and they don't want to give it to us. People can work all their lives for money, and they still don't want to give you your money. You go to work every day for your money, and they tax you on what you make. What kind of oxymoron is that? The government is nothing but a bunch of pimps, and we are the harlots. And if we don't get a political mindset about the things that go on in and around our community, we are going to be doomed. Everybody keep talking about if the slavery come back, I wish somebody would. They're going to shoot you dead. You running around here, you talk about you wish. No, you don't wish. I don't wish that on me or my people. We need to pay attention to what comes out of our mouths, because the things that come out of our mouths can come to pass. So please, I've heard a lot of young folks say this, I wish I was back in that day. No, baby, you don't wish you was back in that day. And quit saying that you wish you was back in that day. Because if you was back in that day, you probably would have been taken from your family. You probably would have been beat beyond recognition. You probably would have got married and they would have took your wife and your children. Martin Luther King and people like him made this day possible for me and people like you. But you know what we do? Oh, we got a free day from work. It's not even all about him anymore. It's all about how we go. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? If we start saying what's in it for us and start respecting each other, because there's a lot of disrespect among our people, and I think that is just the worst thing that me myself could ever see. Even we're all in the same boat, we're all in the same community. Who, and I'm talking to my young folks, who are you to disrespect someone else who's probably been beaten by police officers, bit by dogs? They did all of this so you can have the finer things in life, and you sit up disrespecting them. Shame on you. Now, while I'm on the children, I definitely want to talk to these mothers, especially these young mothers that's out here. You guys need to start teaching your children self-control. Now, mind you, I know there's a lot of grown folks that don't have any, and I mean any, self-control. We have to start teaching our children self-control. I see young kids, like I said before, in these stores. They run amok. They fall out when they can't get what they want. And I done told the parents, go back to beating the piss out your children. Now, if the state feel like you doing something wrong, then look, it's better your children fear you than the government. When you say no, it should be no. Teach them that they can't always have what they want. Teach them that the things you do for them, everybody's not going to do that for them. We're living in a generation where our children are microwave children. They want it just like this. They want it right away. They want it quick and they want it fast. And if we don't get our children in line, it's going to be more children shooting or killing their parents, jumping on their parents, running away. They got this sex trafficking now here in Michigan. Also in Ohio, in Chicago. They're taking these children to other countries. And you fast little girls out there better understand that this is real. You sit up and tell somebody what you ain't gonna do, how somebody owe you something. Meanwhile, you could be snatched up within a blink of an eye and go somewhere where you're being pimped out all day. Our young, black, beautiful girls are going through so much right now. With media, this ratchet TV, they feel like because, and some of it is mom's and dad's fault. They see their mama getting beat because she has no self-esteem. Then it carries on to your child, and she goes somewhere with somebody that say they love her and they get beat. Today is not what Martin Luther King wanted for us. We're tearing his legacy up. The only reason anybody ever even speaks on Martin Luther King's birthday anymore is because they know that he was an activist. But we don't have the heart of a servant. And Martin Luther King had the heart of a servant. He sacrificed his life. He sacrificed his family. He sacrificed a lot to get us where we are today, right now. Now, last year, I was saying it was Martin Luther King's birthday, and, you know, he had the I Had a Dream speech, and every year they put that on. It's time for another dream because you guys ain't getting it. And we need some real heavy hitters. We need some strong brothers that's not going to back down, that's going to stand up for their people. Because like I said, since Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all we've had is a bunch of substitute teachers, and they ain't been good. They talking about putting people in the Hall of Fame that really had, not the Hall of Fame, it's some award, I guess Jesse Jackson is supposed to be getting, and there's a couple of other people that's supposed to be getting it. I don't know if it's connected to the NAACP or not, but we got the game twisted. We so blinged out. We're so into looking at shiny things. We're so into wanting to go with the crowd. We're so into don't I look good. We so into it's me, 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 me. It's all about me. No, it ain't all about you. It's all about us. We sell our own people out to get ahead. We will have our own people killed so we can get ahead. We sit up and downgrade each other in front of Caucasian folks to get ahead. And then when this day come along, what you put on your African clothes or whatever, oh, this is Martin Luther King. Okay, what are you doing the rest of the year? And the people that celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday today. And I'm talking about older people, people that took the day off from work and all this. What are you doing outside of laying around talking about, yeah, I got a free day from work? You should be going to some of these homeless shelters, talking to these people, encouraging them. There's a lot of things that our community needs, and days like this it's just a good day to uplift somebody and encourage somebody. So those that's out there, I'm encouraging you, the activists that's out there, the people that fight on the side of right, I'm encouraging you. I'm encouraging you to continue on with the fight, with the struggle. If anybody wants to go and encourage the homeless shelters, young boys, young women, get in touch with me at Donna Stinson 63 at Donna Stinson 63 at gmail.com and Donna Mitchell 15 at gmail.com. Maybe we can get together and start our own organization within Detroit to try to make it better for a lot of the children that don't have much here. So with that being said, oh, and before I forget, I want to tell you that I do have my GoFundMe page, and I've been letting people know. Thank you so much to Robert Mitchell. Thank you so much. Claudette Brookins, thank you so much for your donations. There's some people that didn't go on the GoFundMe, but they still came to me and gave me donations. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me to bring this to you. So if anyone would like to go to my GoFundMe page, and you can go there, it will let you know how to get there. It's relatively easy. It's a safe and effective way to use your credit card without worrying about anybody taking anything from you, and I really appreciate that. So it's the GoFundMe page. Is Can We Talk Can We Talk About It? Excuse me. Is GoFundMe.com/Keep Can We Talk About It Alive. That's the page. So I really appreciate all the things that you guys do for me. You keep me on my toes. You keep me knowing that there are strong black people out there that's willing to stand up on the side of right. I will say some things about the police department. I was listening to a couple other things on the news, and they were saying that they were talking about statistics and how the crime is down, and they talk about these statistics with children and vaccinations. And this is the only thing I have to say to that. The only real statistic is sports statistics. This other stuff is just a guess. So when people come to you with, I got the stats that they have are sports stats. That's the only one that I really do believe. Now, they say they do all of these different, experiments, and they call people in, and then they keep a number of, like, they tested 300, just say they tested 320 people for this experiment and this, that, and the other. There's like 6-7 billion people in the world. What is that? Now, back what I was saying about the police and their statistics, y'all need to stop it. I know good police officers on the force, and I'm not taking anything away from these great police officers. We do need to get more involved, but there are so many dirty cops out there, it make it hard for me to really even try to have a conversation with a police officer because of the bad experiences that I went through with the police. Now, I'm working on that, but like I said, there's so many bad cops out there that just they're monsters. They're pulling women over, making them give them fellatio and put their mouth on them. They're pulling people over, beating them up. They're degrading these folks. They had one lady, I think it was in Georgia or Kentucky. They pulled a young woman over. She was just coming from work and she was on her way going to the store for her mother. She said she had just got off the phone. Now, mind you, this was a lady cop and a man cop. They pulled this woman over, said she had drugs on her. The woman police officer made her pull her pants down, and she actually fingered this woman for like 11 minutes. And she said that she was doing a search. She's out on the side of the road where people can see this, and they're treating her like this. And that's why I say, my brothers and sisters, we need to come together. We need to be in one another's corners. We need to get a discernment for the people that's around us. And I'm talking about there's a lot of Caucasians now, and I'm not anti-white, and I'm not saying that, because I love everybody, and I have a lot of really good Caucasian friends, and I believe that their heart is in the right place. And I really believe, I guess out of all of the Caucasians I know, I believe there's probably maybe about 3 or 4 of them that has a genuine love just for people, period. But you'll never know a person until you spend time with them and be around them on a daily basis. But I love everybody. Everybody is not out to get the black race. Even though there are more Caucasians involved in this ploy, there are some really kind-hearted Caucasians out there. And those are the brothers and sisters that I'm talking about when I say my brothers and sisters, when I'm talking to everyone. So my podium is geared to teach my people things that we need to know. It's not here to bash white folks. And I want people to know that too. But like I said, if I see something that's not right, I'm definitely going to call it like I see it. So please, we need to come together. Next year, Martin Luther King's birthday, go out and encourage somebody. Even after his birthday is over with, try to comfort somebody. Try to encourage somebody. Try to help somebody. We need to start talking to these young men and women, but then there's some young men and women that get their heads on straight, and it's the older ones that's way out of line. So until the next time that we see each other, please, people, please, stay strong.